We spend much of our lives grasping, reaching, and holding on. We hold tightly to our loved ones, our possessions, our dreams, and our very sense of self. We build walls around what we cherish, hoping to keep it safe, unchanged, and always within reach. Yet despite all our efforts, life continues to shift, like water slipping through our fingers. What if true freedom is not found by holding on, but by learning to let go? What if the peace we seek lies not in the security of possession, but in the gentle art of non-attachment? Today, let us journey into one of Buddhism's most profound teachings, the practice of letting go, and why non-attachment matters. To understand non-attachment, we must first understand what attachment truly is. In the Buddhist tradition, attachment is not simply caring for something or someone. Attachment is the act of clinging, grasping onto things, people, or ideas with the desperate hope that they will remain exactly as we wish them to be. We attach ourselves to the objects we own, believing they define our worth or bring us lasting happiness. We cling to relationships, fearing loss or change, hoping to freeze moments of love and connection in time. We hold on to our youth, our health, our beauty, and even our identities, constructing stories about who we are and who we must always be. But the world is in constant motion. Everything that arises will eventually pass away. Our possessions age and break. Relationships transform or end. Our bodies and minds change with each passing day. Even the ideas we have about ourselves are shaped by time and circumstance. When we deny this impermanence and try to force life to remain static, we create suffering for ourselves. We become anxious, fearful, and dissatisfied, always striving to keep what cannot be kept, or mourning what has already slipped away. Buddhism teaches that this suffering, what the Buddha called dukkha, arises not from life's changes, but from our resistance to them. It is our attachment, our clinging, that turns the natural flow of life into a source of pain. The more tightly we hold, the more we suffer when things inevitably change. Yet the teaching of letting go is often misunderstood. Some hear the words non-attachment and imagine coldness or indifference. They picture a life without love, passion, or care, a life of withdrawal from the world and its joys. But letting go does not mean not caring. In fact, it means caring more deeply, but without the chains of expectation and fear. Imagine holding a handful of sand. If you squeeze your fist tightly, the grains slip through your fingers and are lost. But if you hold your hand open, the sand rests gently in your palm. So it is with the people and things we love. Clinging suffocates. Openness allows for genuine connection. Non-attachment is not apathy. It is the freedom to love fully, to be present with whatever arises without trying to control or possess it. This openness is the heart of non-attachment. It is the willingness to let life flow, to embrace change, and to trust that we can meet whatever comes with grace and resilience. It is the courage to love without demanding guarantees, to care without needing to own, and to live without being imprisoned by our desires or fears. How then do we begin to practice letting go? The path is gentle, gradual, and rooted in self-awareness and compassion. The first step is mindfulness. Notice when you are clinging, whether to a thought, a fear, a hope, or a memory. Pay attention to the subtle ways your mind tries to hold on, to make things last, or to push away discomfort. Simply observe, without judgment, the patterns of attachment that arise in your daily life. Next, bring reflection into your practice. When you notice attachment, ask yourself, is this clinging causing me suffering? Is my desire to control, to possess, to keep things unchanged, bringing me peace or pain? Often, just recognizing the cost of attachment can soften its grip. Compassion is essential. Letting go is not an act of force or self-denial, but a gentle invitation to be kind to yourself. When you notice attachment, do not criticize or condemn yourself. Instead, offer yourself understanding and patience. Letting go is a practice, a skill that grows with time, patience, and care. Begin with small things. Perhaps you are holding on to a past mistake, replaying it in your mind and wishing it could be undone. Or maybe you are attached to an expectation, something you hoped would happen, but did not. Practice releasing these small attachments. Notice the peace that arises when you allow yourself to move on, to forgive, to accept. Over time, this practice can be extended to larger attachments, to relationships, possessions, and even your sense of self. As you learn to let go, you will discover a growing sense of ease, freedom, and joy. What is the freedom that comes from letting go? It is not the absence of love, desire, or care. Rather, it is the freedom from fear, the fear of loss, the fear of change, the fear of not having or not being enough. When you let go of attachment, you are no longer a prisoner of your desires or anxieties. You can love without fear, give without expectation, and live with an open heart. Letting go brings freedom from anxiety. Much of our stress comes from trying to control what cannot be controlled. We worry about the future, replay the past, and exhaust ourselves with the effort to make life conform to our wishes. When we practice non-attachment, we learn to trust the flow of life. We accept that change is inevitable and that we have the inner resources to meet whatever arises. Non-attachment also brings the freedom to love more deeply. When we are not afraid of loss, we can be fully present with those we care about. We can appreciate each moment without the shadow of anxiety. Our love becomes a gift, not a demand. We are able to celebrate the beauty of connection, knowing that its impermanence only makes it more precious. The Buddha taught that true liberation is not found in accumulating more, but in letting go. The path to inner peace is not paved with possessions, achievements, or fixed identities, but with the willingness to release our grip on what cannot last. In letting go, we find a spaciousness within ourselves, a vast, open field of presence, acceptance, and peace. Letting go is not the same as giving up. It is not resignation or defeat. It is an active choice, a choice to embrace freedom, to choose peace over fear, to open ourselves to the fullness of life. It is the recognition that we cannot control everything, and that our attempts to do so only create suffering. By letting go, we align ourselves with the natural flow of existence, trusting that we can meet whatever comes with wisdom and grace. This practice is not always easy. There will be moments of resistance, moments when fear and attachment feel overwhelming. But each time you choose to let go, even in a small way, you cultivate a deeper sense of trust and resilience. You learn that you are not defined by what you possess, by your relationships, or by your achievements. Your true nature is spacious, open, and free. As you walk this path, you may notice subtle shifts in your experience. You may find yourself less reactive, less burdened by anxiety, more able to appreciate the present moment. You may discover a new depth of compassion for yourself and for others. You may realize that letting go does not diminish your capacity to love, but enhances it. Love, when freed from the chains of attachment, becomes boundless and unconditional. Letting go is a lifelong practice, a gentle unfolding of the heart. It does not require dramatic renunciation or withdrawal from the world. It simply asks that you meet each moment with openness, acceptance, and the willingness to release what no longer serves you. It invites you to trust in the impermanence of all things and to find peace in the ever-changing flow of life. Take a moment now to reflect. Is there something you are holding on to? An expectation, a fear, a memory, or a desire? Notice how it feels in your body and mind. What would it be like to release your grip, to let it go, even for a moment? Imagine the space that would open up within you, the freedom, the lightness, the peace. Letting go is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. Each day, life will offer you opportunities to notice where you are clinging and to choose openness instead. With patience, compassion, and mindfulness, you can cultivate the art of non-attachment. You can learn to hold all things lightly, to love without fear, and to live with a heart that is open and free. Remember the image of the open hand. Let your life be like that open palm, able to hold, to cherish, to care, but always ready to release. In this openness, you will find not emptiness, but abundance, not loss, but freedom, not indifference, but a love that is vast and unconditional. Letting go is the gateway to peace. It is the path to liberation, the key to a life of deep contentment and joy. As you walk this path, know that you are not alone. Countless others have walked it before you, and countless more will walk it after. Each step you take towards non-attachment is a step towards your true self, a self that is boundless, compassionate, and free. So take a deep breath, feel the air enter your lungs, and as you exhale, imagine releasing whatever you are holding on to. Trust that you are safe, that you are whole, and that you are enough. Letting go is not giving up. It is choosing freedom. It is choosing peace over fear, openness over clinging. Today and every day, may you find the courage to let go, and in doing so, discover the boundless peace that lives within you.